Well, you're right, guys. Hope you're all okay out there. Well, next on my Chinese menu is sweet and sour chicken. So here we go then, round the table clockwise. We got garlic, ginger, soy sauce, 2 types of soy sauce, pineapple chunks, rice vinegar, tomato ketchup, sesame oil, cornflour, brown sugar, egg white, chicken, couple of peppers, an onion and spring onions, and a little bit of oil for cooking. Okay then, first up is to get all the chicken chunks ready. They're all roughly the same size. And what we're doing, we're pouring over the egg white and adding a dollop of corn flour to make a sort of pasty batter. But it's more than that, it's quite alkali. Egg whites get more alkali as they age. And alkali on chicken helps to reduce the protein strands a little bit and make them more, well, soft, more supple when you're eating them. So a little Chinese tip there. Give it all a good mix in and set this aside for at least a quarter of an hour, overnight if possible. I set it aside for 4 or 5 hours. Get your chicken out of the fridge at least a quarter of an hour before you start cooking. You want it up to room temperature. And during this time it's a good idea to get everything else ready. Next up, we're just making a little paste with corn flour. What was it, a tablespoon of corn flour, 2 tablespoons of the pineapple juice. Mix it all together. And we'll be using this paste later on to thicken up the sweet and sour sauce. Put the rest of the pineapple juice into a jug. We're looking for about 300 ml. It was a little bit light, so I topped it up with water. That's why it's in a jug. I needed to measure it. So into the sweet and sour sauce mixing bowl. In with the garlic, in with the ginger, in with the dark soy, rice wine vinegar. Try saying that, we're in a hurry. Tomato ketchup, you'll notice that this sauce isn't your classic bright red takeaway looking sauce. Brown sugar for the sweetness. Give it a bit of a mix in. Basket of fire chilli is my favourite. Just a few flakes. Set it to one side. Prep the veg. Chunky onions for this. You remember the sweet and sour from the takeaway? Nice big chunky onions. So halved and thirded, so in sixths. Chop the peppers. I only used half of this big long Romano one in the end. It would have been a bit much, I reckon. Take the placenta out the centre. And slice it into small pieces. The idea with a lot of Chinese food is the pieces fit into your mouth without having to cut them, hence the chopsticks. And the same with the yellow pepper. And again, I only used half of this. Spring onions cut diagonally, for garnish. And I got a few spring onions left over from the soup the other day, so I'm going to use those as well. Right, time to start cooking. A good dollop of oil in your pan and get the pan hot, medium hot. Drop your chicken pieces in, if you can. Get them all in. Try not to get them touching, they'll stick together because the batter will form between the two. Get them all in. And don't touch them for at least a minute. You want them to start going brown. Then after a minute, quick check on the bottom. Yeah, that's fine. Turn them all over. We're not trying to cook the chicken at this stage really, it's still going to be very pink in the middle, the cooking comes in the sauce later. We're just getting the batter set on the outside. And again, leave them for about a minute, and if you've got any that are a bit behind the rest, then turn them over again. Take them out into a container, let them cool down, and we'll be putting these back into the sauce soon. Okay, freshen your pan up. Bit of new oil. Oh look, the oil's smiling at me. In with the chopped vegetables and stir fry them for a bit until they just start taking a little bit of colour. You can probably see what I mean on the yellow peppers, just taking a little tinge of brown, shall we say. Okay then, in with the pineapple chunks. As many or as few as you want really. I can't see any point saving too many, so most of them went in. In with the sweet and sour sauce. And it's starting to reduce already. Back in with the chicken, and this is where it finishes cooking. I was going to trim this footage down quite a lot, but when you look at it, it's very therapeutic watching all the bubbles and the steam coming off and the liquid gradually getting thicker. The long winter nights just fly by in my house. Okay then, it's been 4 or 5 minutes, time to get the cornflour pineapple juice paste in. It needed a good stirring to get it all mixed up again. Spread it around and then mix it in and cook for another 60 seconds, not too long. And there we are, basically done. Off with the heat and plate it up. Look at that juice, lovely jubbly. Cook through perfect. Oh yeah. Oh, that is very, very good. And that's my supper sorted out. I have trouble stopping eating this one, and you'll notice it's not bright red like the ones you get in, let's call them supermarkets. Right, stop now.